So you have very good academic career and you have studies from all the recruited institutions in India. Maybe you have specialization in agriculture. We need more agriculture scientists rather than civil service. Why you want to shift your career from agriculture to civil service?
Sir, I had an inclination towards civil services from my graduation days by coming in contact with many civil servants from Pantnagar. And thereafter, I chose agricultural extension specifically out of my interest, because agriculture extension not only prepares you for a career in research, but also in management and administration. So, sir, during my master's research, I worked on farmer producer organizations in Kandhamal district, wherein I realized that as a researcher, I can contribute in the form of recommendations or advice. Like my work will be recommendatory or advisory in nature, but as an administrator, I will be directly on the ground implementing the schemes. So though both the things are very important, I feel that that will give me more personal satisfaction. That's why the choice.
So when you started your PhD? 2021.
2021, sir.
So why, just tell me, what are the major challenges in our agriculture sector?
Sir, the first and foremost challenge is the decreasing per capita landholding. As per the agricultural census of 2015-16, the per capita landholding in our country is a mere 1.08 hectare. That's why we have around 87% of small and marginal farmers. So that makes mechanization and inclusion of all the new technologies very difficult. Secondly, sir, the increasing vagaries of climate change. Because of climate change, the yield is reducing and the crops are getting affected by many pests and diseases. And sir, thirdly, the low level of mechanization and the migration of the youth from agriculture towards other sectors. And fourthly, sir, there is a feminization of agriculture is a recent phenomenon in our country, but at the same time, the women don't have any land rights. So those are the major challenges, sir.
So what are the steps now taken by the government to improve the agricultural income of the farmer or doubling the farmer income?
Yes, sir. Sir, the Ashok Dalwai committee has recommended many things in the doubling farmers income report. So as per that, many steps are being taken to improve in the field of secondary and tertiary agriculture, such as animal husbandry, livestock sector, and mushroom cultivation, agri-tourism, etc. Recently, the government has launched the Pradhan Mantri Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises Scheme, which focuses on secondary and tertiary processing of minor forest produces. Secondly, there is a sharp focus on group-led extension approaches, such as the Farmer Producer Organization. A new scheme named the Formation and Establishment of 10,000 new FPOs by 2027 is running in place. So these are the steps that is promoting group-based farming in our country because of the low and small marginal and landholding. Sir? Sorry, sir, I am unaware of it. I will read about it.
Is for alternative use of fertilizer.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that if you shifting from the current practice to organic farming,
yes, sir.
What will be the challenges and what will be the benefit? Or can we cater with the organic farming? If we shifted to organic farming, can the food security of the country can be maintained?
Sir, this can be widely realized from the recent case study of Sri Lanka. Sir, as the director of the International Food Policy Research Institute recently said, that it is not the question whether we should shift to organic farming, but the question is about the scale and the way of shifting to organic farming. It should be a gradual process. What Sri Lanka did was it directly stopped the import of chemical fertilizer, and at the same time, it didn't have access to the organic fertilizers and pesticides. So first of all, we have to ensure that we have adequate amount of organic inputs that are required for organic farming, and then we can gradually shift to organic farming. Then only we can fulfill the food demand.
So previously, our agriculture sector contributed around more than 30% to our GDP. Now it's reduced to 16 to 17%. And the rural youth, they are not much interested in agriculture. They are migrated to different stay and work there as a like different industries.
Yes,
Why?
sir.
What is the cause? Why people are not interested in agriculture, and rather than they want to work as a laborer in other states?
Sir, first I want to address the first question, that is the decreasing contribution of GDP, agriculture in GDP. Sir, first of all, it is a natural phenomenon that when a country advances or develops, then the contribution of service sector and the manufacturing and industrial sector will increase, and naturally the contribution of primary sector will decline. But if we see in absolute terms, then agriculture has shown a growth of 3.5%. Sir, secondly, it is a reality of today that the youth is migrating from agriculture towards other sectors and toward other states working in industries. The cause behind this is the focus has not been shifted towards agricultural mechanization and focus on secondary and tertiary agriculture. Agriculture is today also perceived as a very no technology based and very manual labor kind of thing. So very less social prestige is associated with agriculture. Secondly, there is no hand-holding support in the initial level so that the youth can invest capital, because in agriculture, initially you need a land or some capital to invest in. That the youth is lacking. So if we take steps in this direction, then youth will be attracted towards agriculture.
So then sociology have obstacles.
Yes, sir.
I think that sociology will help you in this.
Sir, civil services deals with the society. Like as civil servant, we have to deal with the society in general. So understanding of the society is the basic thing, so that you can implement your schemes or you can understand the people. If you have a better understanding of the social system, the culture, the language, and other things, then you can implement the things better.
So uniform civil code.
Yes.
Right now is a running topic, and committee is planning to bring uniform civil code. So what is your thing? What's and many religious organizations, they are also opposing it. So what is your take on this?
Yes, sir. There is no proper consensus between different stakeholders regarding the Uniform Civil Code, and it is a long-standing debate. But as the Article 44 of the DPSP suggests, the Uniform Civil Code would help us to have better national integrity and have us a better form of secularism. But at the same time, we have to make it assure that the basic tenets of any religion or the religious identity shouldn't be hampered. And other things that doesn't hamper the religious identity per se, after proper scrutiny, should be changed under Uniform Civil Code.
What are the major challenges in the education sector right now? In our school education?
Sir, the first challenge is the high dropout rate of adolescent girls from school education. Secondly, though we have implemented the midday meal scheme that has acted as an attraction for the students to attend schools, then the attendance is just for that sake and not for availing quality education.
So what are the steps taken by government of Odisha to address this issue?
Sir, the first thing is recently the government of Odisha is launching a scheme in which there will be distribution of sanitary napkins to adolescent girls, so that the dropout rates will be reduced.
Also, toilet also in every school also there.
Yes, sir.
What else? The learning outcome of the school education is very poor.
Yes, sir.
Students of 8th standard is not able to solve the math 5th standard. So what should be done, and in that direction, what is already is going on?
Sir, first thing is we should not bother just about the quantity, but about the quality of education. The teachers which are employed in the school should be well qualified, as suggested by the National Education Policy, where it suggests that there will be a 4-year integrated BEd program through which the teachers should be selected. So the quality of teachers should be assured. Then secondly, there should be a proper monitoring mechanism, whether the schools are running well or not, and whether the quality is getting assured or not, sir.
Okay. So do you think that we can integrate artificial intelligence or the modern technology in agriculture?
Yes, sir, definitely, sir. Artificial intelligence and modern technologies can be definitely integrated. For example, sir, I visited a farm of Dabur in Uttarakhand, wherein they have all the smart sensors in place. So whenever the plant requires the water, then it will be sprayed on the plant, not like necessarily anytime we want or regularly. So like that, artificial intelligence based drones, drone technologies and all will also be incorporated.
Drones can be used for pesticide spray from the top.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Drones can be used for spraying pesticide, monitoring of the field. Thirdly, sir, drones can be used for transportation of some material also.
Okay, so you belongs to which district? Wow.
Both, sir.
So what are the major challenges in both?
Sir, the first major challenge that I feel is the problems in the health sector. Because even if you go to the district headquarter hospital and you want to do a CT scan also, there is no facility and people have to travel around 140 kilometers to the Burla VSS Medical College and Hospital. The second problem is, sir, in education sector. After class 10th, there is no good opportunity to continue your education and you have to migrate outside. And the third is, sir, there is unemployment rate is high because the district has not promoted anything except agriculture. There is no industry or other options available in that area.
Who are the famous personalities from both?
Sir, from both, recently Mr. Pradeep Amath is the minister of the Ministry of Forest and Climate Change.
So what is Mission Life?
Sir, Mission Life relates to the lifestyle for environment. Like it says about how we should mold our lifestyle so that we can have a very less carbon footprint and save our environment.
Can you give some example? How in the lifestyle, how we can change our lifestyle is help in preventing the climate change or combating the climate change?
Sir, first thing is like the rich section of people in their home, it is seen that suppose the husband and wife both have separate cars and all, and there is a huge scope of carpooling, which we generally don't do, and we associate it with our status and prestige. Second thing is we can improve our public mode of transportation so that more people use public mode of transportation and the vehicular concentration will be reduced from that. And sir, thirdly, like we can save electricity, water, like turning up the tap at the right time and turning off the switch of lights and fans when we are leaving, etc. So small steps would help, sir.
So recently there is a violence in fans.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the cause of it?
Sir, so far as I remember, in France, sir, there was a Muslim immigrant who violated the traffic rule, and because of which he was shot. And because of that, there is a violence between two ethnicities.
So Russia and Ukraine war.
Yes.
India is absent from the Security Council to vote against Russia. Do you think that India is supporting Russia?
Sir, considering the historical linkages between India and Russia, India though is not completely supporting Russia, but India cannot take a position where it is completely standing against Russia because it has to, as in international relations, it is said that there is no permanent friends and foes. There is only permanent interest. So that's why I think that the position of India is correct.
Role of digital tools in farming.
Sir, in the present context, the role of digital tool is huge, sir. For example, sir, the social media, such as YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Now, different meteorological departments are sending SMS as well as WhatsApp messages to the farmers for agromet advisory services. Secondly, sir, recently the Indian Agriculture Research Institute has launched in the COVID times a YouTube channel called Pusa Samachar, which has garnered wide response. Like around 40,000 farmers have subscribed to it and sending their queries through that. Likewise, sir, other digital tools such as smart sensors to monitor the activity of cattle or different livestock, etc., and different AI tools to do imaging and all are having huge importance, sir.
Use of drones in agriculture.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Drones also, like if you are using any digital devices to control that and monitoring it, then sir, it will also be considered under that.
What do you mean by trading scheme?
Sir, carbon credit trading schemes basically talks about like the amount of carbon you are saving in some technology or in some aspect that can be traded. I'll read more about it, sir. I'm just aware of it.
This plan will use carbon credit certificates to encourage the use of cheaper and cleaner energy options.
Yes,
This
sir.
scheme would help India to meet its goal of reducing greenhouse emissions by 40% by 2030.
Yes, sir.
Getting notifications also there.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Then what do you mean by vibrant villages program?
Sir, Vibrant Village program, sir, is essentially providing all the amenities in the rural areas, like developing it in different forms socioeconomically. Like it is inspired by the providing urban amenities in rural areas, I guess, sir.
What are villages?
Yes, sir.
In Arunachal Pradesh,
Yeah.
China is
Okay, sir.
actually attached. So they are also bringing the people to boundary areas. So we are also placing our people to the boundary area.
Okay,
They're
okay, sir.
providing all the
Okay, sir.
urban amenities
Sir.
so that they can leave this village. Otherwise, it's very difficult actually in the
Sir.
farmer area people are not there.
Sir.
We can get the necessary.
Sir, thank you for the
Locals play a pivotal role in providing valuable intelligence.
Yes,
the
sir.
security forces and help safeguarding the territorial integrity of the nation.
Yes,
That
sir.
is why they are giving so much trust and they
Border
border villages.
Yes, sir.
Arunachal, they first
Yes, sir.
started the program.
Thank you, sir.
Then when you celebrate National Youth Day,
Sir, 12 January, sir.
why
Sir, because it is the birthday of Swami Vivekananda, who is considered as an youth icon.
who are the recipients of Padma Award from Odisha?
Sir,
This year.
sir, recently what I remember is Miss Kamala Pujari, she from Karaput.
That is 2023 January. Madhuri Charan Kumalo.
Yes, sir.
From Keonjhar, Krishna Patel.
Yes, sir. For Rangavati, sir.
Then Dhanjana Mishra from Dhenkanal.
Yes, sir.
From Oriental Literature.
Sir.
Patel South from Kalahari for medicinal plant.
Sir.
Then who is the president of Indian Hockey Federation?
Sorry, sir, I am on.
Our Odisha Dilip Tirthi.
Okay, sir.
He is the president of
Okay,
We
sir.
were talking about Kamala Pujari. Why Kamala Pujari got the
Sir, because of her conservation of various traditional varieties. Varieties of different plants, sir, like mostly millets, rice.
Paddy.
Yes.
And mostly it is available in Korat.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Reserving those.
Okay, so I have one situational question for you. Suppose you are going for a OPSC interview
Yes.
and from Odisha to Cuttack, in between you pull Nakra, you find someone was lying in the road due to accident. If you are surrounding there, you also stop there. So what will you do? Because after 45 minutes or 1 hour, your interview is going to happen. And here one person is lying in the road by accident. So what will you do?
Sir, first of all, I would stop there and try to convince and request one person surrounding there to take him to the hospital, or I would try to ask for help from any car going from there and or otherwise call the ambulance. If it is not the case and I am not getting any help from anyone, then I would take the responsibility to go, because sir, I would get this opportunity to give the OPSC interview next year also, but that person might not get the opportunity to have his life. So I would, that's
Okay. Suppose you are the consultant of a particular block and you gas some illegal sand, okay, and you gas that drugs, immediately your immediate supervisor or either Indian or the DM called you, release this person because they are very close to the local area.
yes.
What do you do?
Sir, first of all, I would like to interact with my seniors and understand the situation. And I would like, I try to convince them that they have done a crime and they should be behind the bars. But at the same time, if they are not agreeing and it is not morally correct to release them, then I would take the disciplinary action against those people.
Okay. So you have presented the best case study award, the national Danikam. So what you have done with the case studies?
Sir, it was related to my master's research. I have done a case study on the Kandhamal Apex Society Spices Association for Marketing. Like how this is helping the tribal farmers in Kandhamal region to market their spices like Kandhamal Haldi, which has recently got the GI tag.
Also, you have the SCI Youth International Model United Nations Delegate Office.
Yes, sir.
So, you have presented something there?
Sir, from many countries of Asia, many youth applied for this SCI Youth International Model United Nations. It was to be held at Bali, Indonesia, but due to COVID, it was held online later. So here I was a part of the WHO Council where we discussed about different things and come up with a proposal. This essentially helps youth develop leadership skills and good communication skills.
So you have public speaking.
Yes, sir.
Public speaking coming on any like public speaking is what you do.
Sir, public speaking includes various aspects of speaking that addresses the general audience. Like, for example, sir, a speech or a debate or an extempore. These all come under public speaking.
So tell me, what 100 years of Odisha after its foundation in 2036 is going to complete.
Yes, sir.
So Odisha are 100 years of its foundation.
Odisha was formulated on 1st April 1936 on the basis of its language. And Odisha is essentially one of the first states which was formed based on its language and culture. Since then, Odisha has been continuously progressing in different sectors of its economy, such as agriculture, industry, and service sector. And presently, Odisha has reached a stage where the contribution of the service sector is increasing, and the agriculture is also contributing around 22.5% to a state's state GDP. And Odisha has also made significant progress in the field of disaster management. If we see from the development from the 1999 super cyclone to till now, Odisha has created an example in front of the world in the field of disaster management.
So why do you think that you are best fit for this?
Sir, because civil services demand certain qualities such as integrity, honesty, hard work, as well as good communication skills so that you can interact better with the people, and good decision-making power. Sir, I think that under the able guidance of my teachers under different alma maters throughout this country, as I have completed my degrees from different institutions, I have garnered experience from different corners of this country, and that would help me bring better qualities to my own state. So, sir, I think that I would be fit for this.
Thank you, Anil. That is all from our side.
Thank you very much, sir.
I will give you the result.